Good morning. My name is Ray Johnson, and I am your post historian. Today is August 15th, 2015. On this date 2 years ago, the Legion Hall at 321 South Santa Fe Avenue was demolished to make way for the Paseo Santa Fe project. My presentation today is a look back at the building that was our home for more than 65 years. But before we begin, there is a backstory that needs to be told to put everything in perspective. In 1929, a group of World War I veterans gathered at the Vista Irrigation District building in downtown Vista and were presented with the charter for American Legion Post 365. Baldwin W. Foote was elected the first commander. Shortly thereafter, a ladies' auxiliary chapter was formed. For the first few years, meetings were held in various buildings in town. As membership grew, a decision was made to construct a building that would be the home for Post 365. With financial and material help, the Post members erected their own Post building at a site just across the street from Wildwood Park on East Vista Way, at the approximate location of Chin's Restaurant, and also the home of Gina Osborne's Art and Frame Shop. At the end of World War II, membership once again increased to a point that the original building was not large enough to handle Post events. The building was sold, and the money became the start of a fund for a new and larger building. Alvin Manning Dunn was a successful businessman and friends with many of the members of the Legion. He donated a large tract of land in Bonsall to the Post, which was sold and added to the building fund. In 1947, Mr. Dunn again entered the picture and donated a 50-foot by 100-foot piece of land to the Post. That land was located at 321 South Santa Fe Avenue. At this point, architects and builders began negotiations with the Post, and with some more financial aid from Mr. Dunn, a new building was constructed. In exchange for his generosity, the building was dedicated to his late grandson, Alvin Mayo Dunn, who was a military serviceman for the 475th Bombardment Squadron at Barksdale Field in Shreveport, Louisiana, and who was killed in a training crash in 1942 at the age of 19. For the next 65 years, the building was home for its members, the Ladies Auxiliary, a Boy Scout troop, and served the community as a gathering place for all types of special patriotic events. The success of the Post at 321 South Santa Fe Avenue and its continued success at our present location is a tribute to the commanders who guided and continue to guide us in our efforts to provide a place for veterans and their families. The American Legion seal was installed in 1948 on the new post building at 321 South Santa Fe Avenue. 65 years later, Rich Scott climbed up a ladder and hacked it out of the stucco with a chisel and hammer. After restoration and a little paint, Rich Scott, Ray Johnson, Tom Williams, Frank Fundak, and Jerry Moore mounted it on the back bar. History. Jim Wasson gave me this photo. I finally realized that I was at the post when the trees were still there. We used to go to Padres games on a wet bus with Dutch, the bar manager, back in the 1980s. It was a very wet bus. No, not a reality show. Chris Yates got a request for the old piano that was up on the second floor. A few days before the post was demoed, a couple of guys tried to get the piano down the narrow stairs inside the building. Bad move. It got stuck. A few firemen appeared and hacked through the stucco in the foyer and rescued the piano. Javier Collazo came to the e-board meeting in February of 2013, late as usual, and told us there was a big yellow sticker on the front of the old post building. It was the beginning of the end for good old 321.